What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here with another predicted lineup. The FA Cup is back. It's the third round replay against Middlesbrough tomorrow night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium under the lights. We've got a few injury problems. Well, yeah, just a few.
We nearly won a game on Saturday as well, nearly.
You know, talking about that game for a second, did that fill you with any confidence moving forward? Why not?
We're at home. I don't care who we're playing. We're at home. We look pathetic.
But it's still the best defensive performance.
Someone said next to me, we look like Shrewsbury Town at home in the big cup game when they've got Liverpool coming to visit. And they hold out for 25 minutes, and every time we counter-attack, the crowd goes mad, or we get a throw-in in their half, and everyone's cheering.
Look, you're playing the best team in the world at the moment.
Yeah,
current best team in the world.
But we also.
What do you mean we
this was the Champions League final 6 months ago, and now look at it. Now it looks like League One trying to hold out for a point.
You've got to know what stage you're at and where we're at the moment. We had a very much depleted side.
Like you're a bloody happy clapper.
No, we had a very much depleted side. We put in a good performance, the best defensive display we've seen all season.
But still couldn't keep a clean sheet.
No, we couldn't keep a clean sheet, and their goal shouldn't even been counted. The throw-in wasn't even a throw-in to them.
Well, if they didn't score that, they would have scored a different goal. So.
Well, you know, on another day, if we were more clinical, we could have scored 2-3 goals.
So could they.
Look, anyway,
Van Dijk,
we're not here to.
Van Dijk missed a header from 2 yards out,
and Lo Celso missed an open goal.
I just think that
Sonny,
the Champions League final.
Sonny scoring 2
that's
goals
got to be the
game.
biggest golfing class between two Champions League final teams 6 months later.
I don't know.
In Champions League history.
I don't know. You saw Bayer Leverkusen once got to the Champions League final and sat
Yes,
down.
but you're 47 and I'm not. So
anyway, this is a predicted
this
lineup.
is for the big game tomorrow, the third round replay against the team 16th in the Championship.
But anyway, yeah, let's get into the team news. Obviously, Ben Davies, Hugo Lloris and Ndombele continue their on-field rehabilitation work, and Harry Kane, Sissoko, obviously out because of their surgery. But let's get into the predicted lineup. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1 formation, you reckon, again?
Yeah.
So obviously in goal it's going to be Gazaniga. We have no other options. Right back,
we have no other options.
Yeah, Sergio Aurier is going to keep his space. What do you reckon about Foyth? Do you reckon he gets a look in?
No, not tomorrow, unfortunately. He might be on the bench, but I don't think he comes in. I think Tanganga keeps his place.
Yeah, so Tanganga, Sanchez.
Yeah.
I think because the only reason Toby's not in, I think Toby's played every single minute under Jose so far, so I think he deserves a rest. And obviously we've got an important game coming up against Watford on the weekend, so I think we should keep him fresh. Left back, it's a toss-up between Jan Vertonghen and Danny Rose.
I could see I could see Danny Rose playing. I thought he was a horrendous, probably our worst player on the weekend. I think he managed to pass to a teammate 4 times in the 80 minutes or 75 minutes he was on the pitch. But because he did come off, I think he could start again. You could see Jan coming in at centre half alongside Tanganga to have the experience alongside the youth, and drop Sanchez for a rest ahead of the weekend. So any of those options, to be honest, whatever against Middlesbrough at home, whatever those out of those options,
should all be good.
Yeah, should all be good enough to get the job done.
Yeah, so I think we'll go with Jan there, just because Danny Rose played and albeit was awful pretty much. But Jan also hasn't been great at left back. I think he just looks a bit too slow, doesn't he?
It's like when your dad, who used to play football till he was in his 30s, and then he had a bad injury, and now he's just trying to play with the kids. It's just not good enough anymore.
Yeah, you know what? You're not too far off the mark there. But let's go into the midfield in the double pivot. I think we've only got about 2 options there as well, in Dyer and Winks. Maybe Eriksen could play there as well if Lo Celso was playing. But I think Jose was saying Lo Celso gets a bit too tired, which is worrying.
It's good to see our players nice, fully fit. Ndombele spends his evenings in KFC, and Lo Celso can't run for more than 5 minutes. I would like to see Lo Celso, but Eriksen, Jose did come out and say today in this press conference it will be Eriksen and Tanganga likely to start.
Yeah, so we'll go for Dyer and Winks in double pivot. On the left hand side, Heung-min Son. On the right hand side, I'd love to see Eric Lamela start. I really would. I think he's looked so good every time he's come on as a sub in the past couple of games.
So good.
I'd
say good.
Yeah, he's looked
lively.
Good.
I think is.
He's looked lively. He looks aggressive. He looks.
There was a couple of points where on the weekend where he got the ball and sort of just ran into the crowd of players instead of trying to move into space. Or I think he just takes that extra second too long to release the pass.
No, you're right there.
And there was a couple of chances on the weekend where it was sort of a 3 against 3 where he could have slipped someone through, or he always tries a side foot placing shot. Just put your foot through it.
Yeah. So then obviously it'll be Eriksen in the number 10 role after what Jose said that he expects Eriksen to play and Lo Celso not to play, with Lucas up top. So what do you make out of that lineup? Yeah, we do.
That's
sign
why I make
Cavani.
it.
Sign Cavani.
Sign anyone that can play up top.
Yeah,
Get
not
Gary
Piatek.
goals.
Not Piatek.
Why?
Piatek, he scored 4 goals all season.
No, I know
the
his stats. Oh, I didn't know that. I agree. I think he's been terrible this season. However, right now I'll take anyone. He was good at Genoa.
Yeah, he was. He was brilliant. He banged in the goals there. But you know what I mean.
And he's got better stats this season than King Kane.
We need.
And that's with 4 goals. Yeah.
But Kane scored 10 goals for us this season.
I don't know, man. I don't make the stats. I'll take anyone. Cavani, Dembele, Glenn Murray,
Danny Ings.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Danny Ings, and someone else said no. But not that he'd come now. But Danny Ings would have been a great backup striker. We're the only club in the league without a recognised striker at the moment.
Troy Boy. Why not just stick Troy Boy in there?
Because it doesn't work. If Man United had no strikers, do you think they would just play Mason Greenwood?
I think so. Why not?
I don't think they would. I think they'd sign someone.
Well, if
we
that
have to.
If that is the lineup, what scoreline prediction are you going for?
Oh God, 2-1 to Tottenham.
2-1 Spurs.
Yeah, I think they'll score.
Well, if this is the lineup, I'm going for 3-1 Spurs. I really think there was a positive atmosphere coming out after the game on the weekend. I know we lost, but it was the most positive I've seen our fans in ages. It really was. And I think that it should give us a bit of confidence because everyone was expecting Liverpool to completely tear us apart 5-6.
Well, I did as well, and although it was a more respectable result, I do think they didn't have to get out of first gear. I do think they weren't exactly. I wouldn't say they weren't trying, but it wasn't their best performance of the season. If they wanted to, they could have really gone for it if they needed to. They're just different. They're a different
breed. They're the best team in the world.
Someone needs to check their fullbacks for drugs or something.
Well, Robertson should have been sent off.
Yeah, that could have changed it. Robertson should have been sent off, but Trent is an absolute joke.
I've been so negative up until now, and I think that Liverpool game really gave me a bit of positivity. So
I saw some good signs, but I just also saw some. Let's try and hold out, and if we can only lose 1-0, we'll be all right.
Well, yeah, you say that, but then in the last 20 minutes, half an hour, we really went at them. We really tried to get that goal, and even before then, even in the first half, you saw that they had 75% possession. We still had chances to score.
Yeah, that Son chance was I know Lo Celso missed that awful chance, but that Son chance where he's been slipped through.
Yeah.
I think he needs to step it up a bit.
Yeah.
With no Harry.
Well, anyway, that is our predicted lineup. Well, let's just run through it one more time. It's Gazaniga in goal, Aurier right back, Jan Vertonghen left back, Japhet Tanganga and Davinson Sanchez in the centre back positions, with Dyer and Winks in the double pivot, with Son on the left, Lamela on the right, Eriksen in the middle, which should be his last game for Tottenham.
We keep saying it every week.
With Lucas Moura up top. I think that's a good lineup.
It's good enough, isn't it? Yeah.
We got to take this game seriously. We really do. It's our best chance of a trophy this season.
Hey, Champions League, and we're only 31 points off Liverpool.
It's our most realistic chance of a trophy this season, let's say. So we really need to take it positive. We need to go into it with a positive attitude. We need to go into it and attack them from the first minute. Don't let them have a second to breathe, and that's what we got to do. So anyway, like, subscribe and comment below. Tell me what you think the predicted lineup should be, and as always, come on you Spurs.